Hey guys, we're back for another 100 Days of Golf video. Yesterday I was up at the IX Center at the North Coast Golf Show giving some complimentary lessons on behalf of the Northern Ohio PGA, trying to grow the game. I think there are over probably 400 lessons by now, and they're still going to be there tomorrow. So if you're around that North Coast Golf Show, please stop in, see them at the booth, get a 10-minute lesson. It can't hurt. It definitely can help a lot. But I was also asked to do an on-stage presentation, and I talked a little bit about becoming a better student in order to become a better golfer. And one of the things I focused in on was you have to monitor your stats and you have to track your rounds. And I mentioned an app that you can use to do that, and it's a Nike app. I know I'm a Nike staff professional, so don't feel like I'm preaching the swoosh too hard, but it's an awesome app to use, and I do want to show it to you. It's really easy. It's called the NG360 app. You can download it, I think, on most of your smartphones. This is on an iPad, so I know we can definitely get it on here. And it just is really simple to use, and has this kind of this dashboard feel where you can swipe through a couple different screens. And we see I've got a scoring average of 75. Those are the scores I put in last year. I can see what my driving accuracy was last year, 51%. I'm missing on the right 28% of the time. I think I'm trying to hit that draw, not turning it over enough. And then my greens and reg was only 54%. Putts per green, 1.7. That's not too bad. And I can also look at how I was trending. So I'll go to the last 5 rounds. I was also still at 1.7. My greens in regulation was getting better, and that's because I was paying attention to it as the season progressed. I said, man, I got to hit some more greens in order to better my scoring average. And my driving actually was about the same, but at the end I was missing a lot more of them to the right. To track around is as easy as you can think. I'm going to hit track around. I'm actually already in the middle of a round playing one in my head because we know it's a little too cold outside to do so. But it will actually find the course that you're closest to when you log on, and all you got to do is select that course, select the tee. Let's go here. I was on the second hole. I was just starting my round, and I'm going to be Joe, and I'm going to input my score. And you can actually track your buddy's scores on here, and you can compete with your friends too. I'll show you that in a second. And let's say I made a birdie, of course, on it. I hit the green in regulation, made that one putt, and let's say I hit the fairway. It's as easy as that, and I go to the next hole, and I can start inputting that score for me as well. Once you're done with the round, you can upload it. It shows you all kinds of neat stats. I'm going to exit out of there. I'll pause it. I'm going to go into here. This is the kind of the menu page. You can see a leaderboard where you're competing with your friends, but we can go into some older scorecards. Let's check out this round. I played at Oakmont there at the end of the year, and I can see my entire scorecard. I can see the fairways I hit, the greens and regulations I had. I had 31 putts, which was pretty good on those greens, and you can kind of dive into those scores. If we flip it back around, I can go and show you a couple more of the features. There's all kinds of training. You can check out the newest Nike products, your friends. The training is a really neat one. You can go and learn stretches and swings. It's kind of like a 100 Days of Golf thing, all wrapped up in a Nike with their athletes. You got Charles Schwartzel and Paul Casey talking to you about putting and chipping and driving. So really neat features and options there. But just from a tracking standpoint, getting there and seeing how you're doing, and when you start working on your game, and this is what I talked about on stage there, was you've got to find a way that you can see if you're progressing. Because if you're not progressing, you need to change your practice. You need to change the things that you're doing. So hopefully you can maybe download this app, or you're already doing it and you're tracking your stats somehow, and then look at it from a trend standpoint. Your last 20 scores versus your last 5. See if you see anything that is moving in the right direction, or maybe moving in the wrong direction that needs a little bit more help. So hopefully this helps you and you're thinking golf, or at least hopefully doing something golf for 5 minutes a day, and we'll see you back tomorrow with another tip.